Here is a simple tutorial on how to make this stylish crop top and a skirt with fringe. So to start, I'm going to mark about ½ inch at the upper part of this pattern, which will serve as my starting line. I'll place my tape and mark my shoulder to waist plus extra 1 inch. My shoulder to waist is 17 inches plus extra 1 inch for my lower part of this dress. After marking that, I'll go ahead to outline this very well for you to see. Now the next step I'm going to take is to go ahead to place my tape, and I'll mark my shoulder to bust line. My shoulder to bust line is 9 inches, and then my shoulder to under bust is 12 inches. I'll go ahead to rule out a straight line on these lines. Now after ruling out, I'll just make a mark to indicate my bust, under bust and waist. Go ahead to mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2, and I'll add half to it because this dress has a sleeve. From there, I'll come down by 1 inch and mark a basic neckline of 3 inches by 1. So we are cutting the back pattern first before going ahead to cut out the front, and I'll connect. From my neckline, I'll place my ruler, connect it to that 1 inch I came down from the shoulder slope. The next step is to find your chest line, which is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. Make a mark at what I have, and then I'll transfer it to the other side. Now place your ruler and draw out a straight line at this point. After drawing out, you want to go ahead to place that measurement you have on your shoulder back on the chest line. Now place your ruler, go ahead to connect this all the way up. After connecting, place your tape, divide your armhole into 2 equal parts, then come out by ½ inch. I'll mark my bust round circumference divided by 4 on the chest line, which is my bust is 33.5 divided by 4. I'll mark. Then connect from the midpoint to the upper part of your shoulder, and then connect it to that your bust circumference divided by 4. Now after you're done marking this, the measurement, you only need your bust circumference divided by 4, which I'll go ahead to mark this here. Now this dress is a bit free. I'll add 1 inch to it for ease. Then for the sewing allowance, I'll add 1.5. Whatever measurement you have at the bust, go ahead to mark it at your blouse length and draw out a straight line. Also repeat this on the waistline, right? Now after I'm done marking this, I'll just place my ruler and connect, drawing out a straight line at this point. Now this is what I have here. We'll go ahead to cut this out. After cutting this out, you'll be using it. We're going to use this pattern to cut out the front. Make sure you add ½ inch shoulder point of your pattern, right? And I will go ahead to connect this. Then cut out the armhole and the sides. Now I'll use this to draft out the front pattern. This is what I have now, and what I'll do is to go ahead to mark my button allowance. For the button allowance, I'm using 1 inch, right? And I'll go ahead to place my ruler to connect this, drawing it all the way down. I'll now get that my front pattern, place it on it this way. After placing, what I'll do is to go ahead to trace this out. So if you have any questions so far, please kindly go ahead to ask. I'll also go ahead to cut out this side, the armhole and the side of this pattern. Then before I'll go ahead to trace out the shoulder. For the neckline of the front, I'm using 3.5 by 3 inches. And after tracing out, I'll go ahead to connect it. Now I'll go ahead to cut this out, and after cutting it out, I'll go ahead to trace the upper part of the shoulder of this dress. I'll now go ahead to slit the zip allowance open. Now this is what I have. Let me go ahead to cut out the skirt pattern. Now for this skirt pattern, there are 2 sides of the skirt, the fringe part and the normal skirt part. The first thing you want to get is the skirt length. My full skirt length is 35 inches. Now for the upper part of this skirt, I made use of 17 inches. So I felt the skirt will be too short. So what I did was to add additional 2 inches to it. Now these 2 inches, adding back 1 inch for my skirt length, making my skirt length 18, and then the remaining 1 inch, I'll use half for attaching my band at the upper part and half inch for turning the lower part of my skirt. I'll measure 7 inches after my waistline and I'll mark. Now, after marking this, I'll go ahead to mark my waist circumference divided by 4, which is 28 divided by 4. I have 7. Then I'll add 2 inches. I did not add the dart to my skirt. You can add a dart if you want. I marked my hip measurement divided by 4 and I still added my sewing allowance. I'm using a sewing allowance of 2 inches. Now, whatever I have on the hip, I'll go ahead to minus 1.5 inches from it and mark it at the lower part of my skirt pattern. So the next step I'll take is just to go ahead to connect from the waist to the hip point. Now, from the lower part, I'll connect back to my hip point and I'll go ahead to cut this out. I'll go ahead to trace out the sides, and after cutting this, I'll use it to cut out the back pattern of the skirt. So to cut the back pattern of the skirt, what I'll do first is to mark out my zipper allowance. So after marking my zipper allowance, I'll go ahead to place the front part on it. For the zipper allowance for the skirt, I'm using 1.5 inches in front. Then I'll place the front pattern starting from that zipper allowance, and then I'll go ahead to trace the side of this pattern. After tracing it out, I'll go ahead to slit open the zipper allowance area of this dress. What I'll do next is to go ahead to cut out all the lining of my pattern. Now this is the front and the back pattern that I have cut out, and I cut out the lining. So I want to minus the lining. So I want to do this so that you understand that 2 inches that we added to the length, I'll minus it from the lining. And also for the back lining too, for the back lining, I'll minus 2 inches from it, and also for the front part, that 2 inches we added for the turn up allowance for the blouse length, on your lining you're going to minus that 2 inches. So I just wanted to do it while recording so that you understand this part. I'll also go ahead to trace this out. Now the next step is to turn your lining with your main fabric. Start with the back pattern. Now I'll place it and you find out that your lining is shorter. Do not worry, by the time you stitch it will align. Stitch the lower part and then I'll open this up. Then I'm going to place the lining on it. Turn it to the right side. Let your lining face the right side of your fabric. Also repeat this for the back. Now place and stitch with ½ inch at the lower part. So after I'm done stitching, this is what I have. Now I'll drag the lining, and by the time you drag it, you notice that your fabric will come down. Stitch the neckline with ½ inch and stitch the side, right? Now also repeat it on this side. Drag your lining up this way, stitch the neckline of your dress and the zipper area, then stitch the side and repeat it on the other part of the front pattern. Now after stitching, go ahead to notch the neckline, the zipper area and the side for your pattern to relax, and flip it to the right side. After flipping this to the right side, I will repeat that for the other ones and go ahead to iron it out. Now the next step is to join the shoulder of your pattern and also the zipper. So since we added 1 inch for the zipper allowance in front of this pattern for the blouse, and we have used ½ inch to turn the lining and the fabric, I'll now go ahead to mark ½ inch in front of my pattern. This ½ inch is what I'll be using to attach the zipper to the dress, right? Now this is my zipper. I'm just using a basic zipper, so I'll just go ahead to place it on that ½ inch and then I'll pin up my zip. I'll go ahead to attach it on my sewing machine. After attaching it, I'll go ahead to repeat this on the other side. I'm pinning this on that ½ inch mark so that it will be easier for me to attach my zipper, right? So after that, this is what I have. Now let's go ahead to join the shoulder. Place this, then open the front pattern and use it to wrap the back shoulder this way. Then you go ahead to pin it down. After pinning it down, you'll be stitching it with 1/2 inch. If you stitch it this way, you're going to have like a clean result when you turn the shoulder. I'll go ahead to repeat it for the other side. Now, after stitching both sides, this is what I have. For my sleeve, I went ahead to cut out a basic sleeve. So the video was a bit long. So what I did was just to use a freehand method to cut out my sleeve to shorten the video. So here's my basic sleeve that I cut out. For the lining, you can see I minused few inches from it like we did for that of the main fabric. This is to have like a turn up allowance. So I'll use this lining to turn up my sleeve. Now after that, I went ahead to iron out my dress. Then this is my sleeve. I'll place the midpoint joining at the shoulder of my dress and stitch it at both sides. Now after stitching this is what I have. I went ahead to pin it. So remember when we are stitching this dress, we added 1.5 as stitching allowance. So we used 1/2 inch to turn the fabric and the lining. So what we have remaining is 1 inch. So I'll mark this 1 inch starting from my sleeve. Here also I'll mark. But before doing that, place your tape, measure your round armhole, divide it by 2. Whatever you have, go ahead to mark it at the armhole. Now place your tape and mark this 1 inch all the way down. After marking it, go ahead to connect your pattern, that is connect your line, and also connect towards the armhole of your dress and the sleeve. Now I'll repeat this on the other side of my pattern. And after marking it on the other side of my pattern, we are going to stitch this. Now I'm done stitching the top. Let's work on the blouse. So for my skirt, I'll mark 1/2 inch at the top first, mark 1/2 inch at the lower part. The 1/2 inch is for joining the band and joining the lower part. Now, the full length of my skirt is 35 inches. And the upper part of the skirt I cut out was 18 inches plus extra 1, making it 19. So the actual length is 18 inches. So if you take out 18 from 5 inches, you will have 17. So for all these strips that I cut, what I did was to measure out 17 inches and then add extra 1.5 inches to it. This extra 1.5, 1/2 inch is for turning at the lower part, 1/2 inch is for joining at the upper part, and then the remaining 1/2 inch I added to the length is just in case I have a shortage on my skirt. For each of the strip, the width is about 5 inches. So what I have is 5 inches by 19.5. So if you add it up to my skirt, what I have in total is 37.5. So by the time I join my band and the lower part, my skirt will go ahead reduce to like 35 or 36. Now from the sides of the skirt, I'll mark 1/2 inch. The 1/2 inch is for turning the sides of the skirt with the fabric and lining, right? After that 1/2 inch, I'll mark 1.5 inches. Now I'll repeat the same thing here. Now, how did I get this 1.5 inches I marked at the side? You know when you're shaping your skirts, if you want a fitted look at the lower part of your skirt, you go in by 2 inches. Now, if you want like something that is not that fitted, something that is okay, you use 1.5. That is when you're shaping your normal skirt, right? So this is exactly what we are doing here. So marking 1.5 inches on both sides, plus that extra 1/2 inch for turn up allowance, and then the rest of this measurement in between it, we're going to now add the fringe to it. Now if you want your skirt to be fitted at the lower part, after marking that 1/2 inch that you're going to turn the lining with the fabric, add extra 2 inches instead of 1.5 at both sides. Now what I will now do is to start placing those fringe that I made earlier. Now to start, you have to go ahead to notch the center and you start placing the fringe. So initially I placed 7 at the front, but I ended up adding extra 1 inch and making it 8. You have to like sew your fringe, then and turn it to the right side. That is that fabric that I cut out initially. I went ahead to stitch it up and then pin it down, right? Then I'll pin it to the hemline of the skirt and we'll be joining it with the lining with 1/2 inch. Sorry, this skirt is a bit too colorful. You might end up not seeing all what I'm doing at this part, but all I'm doing is just to place that fabric that we cut out for the lower part for the fringe. Go ahead to turn it, stitch it and turn it to the right side and place it at the hemline of your skirt. After placing that, bring your lining, place it on it this way. Now you're going to pin this and then pin it down on the other side also. I'm going to stitch the lower part with 1/2 inch and stitch the sides with 1/2 inch. So here is the back pattern. At the zipper allowance, I'll mark out that 1.5 inches we added for our zipper allowance, and here on the other side, what I'll do is I'll mark 1/2 inch plus extra 1.5 inches, making it 2 inches. Remember, the 1/2 inch is for turn up allowance and 1.5 inches is when we are joining the front and the back part of our skirt. Now you want to start placing your fringe and you're also going to pin, just like we did for that of the front. So you have to be careful here and take your time and place it accordingly. So after I was done placing my fringe, place the lining on it. So I'm just going to stitch with 1/2 inch here at the sides and at the zipper area. The side I'll be adding my zipper. So I'll repeat this at both sides of my pattern also. So after adding my fringe, this is what I have. I went ahead to pin the back together. So after that, I closed up my zipper allowance with 1 inch. Then I left the upper part open because we are going to attach a zipper to it. Now let's bring the front part and I'll place it on it. So this is what I have and I'll pin it. Now let's mark our measurement. I marked 7 inches, which from the waist, which is my hip line. On the waist measurement, I have 17. My waist is 28. If I divide it by 2, what I have is 14. Then I'll now minus that 14 from 17, which is the measurement we have at the waistline of the skirt. So if we minus 14 minus 17, it will give us 3 inches. Then that 3 inches divided by 2 and mark it. That is 1.5 on both sides of the waistline. I'll place my tape at the hip and what I have is 23 inches. My hip is 40 divided by 2 to give me 20. If I take out 20 from this 23, it will still give me 3 inches. Then divide that 3 inches by 2 and share it on both sides of your pattern and mark. So measure what you have and readjust it to match your hip measurement. What I will do is to go ahead to mark 1.5 inches we measured, right, the lower part. Remember, at the lower part when we were turning this dress, we marked 1/2 inch, then marked extra 1.5. So I said that is when you're shaping your skirt. Now if you want your skirt to be fitted, you'll be using 2 inches. So that was the 2 inches I made mention of. If you want your skirt to be too fitted at the lower part, go ahead to use 2 inches, but I'm using 1.5. I want something that is okay, that I can easily wear. So after stitching, this is what I have. I'll now go ahead to attach a zipper and band at the back part of my skirt. After I was done sewing, this is what I had. I finished this video a bit late, so and I just recorded, and this was what I had after I was done making. So if you find this video very interesting and educative, please kindly hit on the subscribe button.